Good morning. We're back with you today, and today's subject is 410 shotgun shell slugs. And we've been working on this for quite some time here. We are used to having fun with Lyman 525 grain sabos, you know, with the Winchester red wad and the Winchester AA loading out of the Lyman handbook. But with the discontinued powder that we were using, you know, we were loading like 211 rounds per pound, where now we're back to like 150 or so per pound. So it's getting more expensive to play with these little things. So our alternative would be to go with 410. So we've experimented with this here. We built ourselves a mold. We drilled out an old mold. And here's some of the things that we were trying out. Now, your 9mm cartridge is exactly like 390. So you'll be using a 27/64 bit to be drilling out your mold, whatever mold you have that you don't care about anymore or whatever. So we were shooting these 9mm bullets, and we were putting 147 grain full metal jacket bullets inside of them out of the 410, because 147 and your average empty case weighs, your empty 9mm case weighs like 60 grains, plus or minus. And you're 3/4 inch long. So remember that. But here's the result of a full metal jacket inside of a 9mm. So here's one that's aluminum. Here's a brass one. But they were coming apart on us. And so here's what we were doing. We were setting them on here, taking a 9mm 147 grain bullet and putting them in here, and then hitting them with a torch. Beforehand, we had used Core Bond and wiped the inside to flux it. Core Bond is just merely liquid flux. That way the bullet metal would adhere to the brass. After we had wire brushed it with a stainless steel brush, just like your plumbing. Here's another one that didn't work out too well. So we decided to create our own mold, and in doing so, we've come up with a few surprises here. We can make 5 different configurations of bullets with this same mold here, and our next video will show you how. This video, I want to get you started off on the right foot on drilling out your mold. So now this one here happens to be an aluminum mold, and it started out life as 32 caliber round ball mold. So, and I don't need that, so, and it's aluminum, and this is the first time we've ever attempted to do this, and it's worked out well. So I want to show you, and so that you'll avoid, you know, some troublesome things that may happen to you. So if you'll come over here to the drill press, I'll just turn it around here like this. Now you want to have a pretty good vise, fairly good vise, and you'll want to, according to what your vise is, you'll want to have a plate down here in the middle of your vise ways in order to get it centered there and where it'll stay there also. Now you don't necessarily have to take the sprue plate off, but here's how you would clamp it. You would clamp it together like this and kind of center your plate here and get it tightened up here. And I'd like to back up first. Why don't you take your square and chuck a bit in there and double check your platform here, because before doing this I did, and I was 1 degree off. So I got it straightened out where I could get a perfectly straight hole, and that's important with bullet mold halves. You don't want part of the drill more into the one side because it will never fall out on you. So anyway, typically your sprue holes on your mold are like 9/64 to 11/64. So you want to start out with a bit that's the same size as your sprue hole and get that lined up real good, you know, like that. And then bolt your vise down if you can, or if your vise is heavy enough, you can hold it. But step drill it, you know, you're going like from 9/64. We did a 3/16, then 1/4 inch, 5/16, 19/64, then 3/8, and then finally we did the 27/64, which is 390. And that's the same diameter as your 9mm shell. Okay. All right. Just step drill it. You're going to get it, and I think that's all for today. And tomorrow we'll show you some different ways that you can use this little mold to make 5 different types of bullets, and different weights also. We'll run from 5/8 of an ounce, which is 273 grains, down to 1/2 an ounce, which is 218.75 grains. And 1/2 an ounce is what our target was, because all the loadings, you know, there's so many of them for 1/2 an ounce. And that's why we've chosen 1/2 ounce. That will be it for today. We'll see you on our next video, where we'll fire up Mr. Lee, and we'll do some bullet making for 410 shotgun shells. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.